Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the countdown, WolfX. Long time no see. I am still alive, barely. I've still got a cough that's been bequeathed by COVID, even though I've been testing negative for 2 weeks at this point. But I thought I'd try this out again and see how I go. It's probably going to be the longest I've been speaking in a very long while. Yeah, happy to be back. Let us have a look at the new Forza Horizon update. Check out the new Cupra, or Cupra, however you pronounce it, and go from there. Thank you, Wolf. I am feeling better, but I would like to feel a bit better still, if that makes sense. It wasn't too bad. Like, I've heard some horror stories with COVID experiences. Mine wasn't, how to describe it? Mine wasn't like bad per se. It was long. I felt like I had a pretty bad flu for about 2 weeks or so, even though I was testing negative after the first week. Well, same. This was my first time as well, and frankly, I was hoping that was going to be I wasn't going to have it ever, but turns out someone that I went on a weekend away with about a dozen people. Turns out one of them had COVID, or at least one of them. So in the end, I was one of, I think the final number was something about 5 or 6 of us that ended up getting COVID, which wasn't great. Luckily, I have full-time employment in Australia, which means I have benefits such as sick leave, which I made good use of. Very good use of. Okay, why is this happening again? Why does the monitor not respond? We're really doing this again? Okay, I'm gonna have to restart Horizon because it's doing silly things with my monitor again. What's happened? Also, I foolishly tried to update my OBS, and in doing so have lost some of the layouts. So I need to also change the old streaming category. Do that first. Okay, now let's fix the problem. We'll try to. Yeah, so there's been a new update to Horizon 5, apparently. Nothing super world-ending, I don't think. But some new cars and, fixes and what have you. What is going on? And why does it keep happening? Okay. I'm not entirely certain. I know of one car. It's a Cupra or Cupra. an electric one. The Urban Rebel concept, I think is what it's called specifically. Oh, and then there's also a new modern MG 4 something race power or something like that. Oh, the Lamborghini Cyan Roadster makes an appearance at some point as well. There are a few nice cars. Nothing that, frankly, is super exciting for me. But they're nice to have. I think the coolest one, in my opinion, is probably the Cupra, just because I've got a soft spot for like hot hatches, and the Urban Rebel concept is kind of hot hatch adjacent. That's probably more aligned with like a small SUV, I would imagine, if you wanted to be actually precise. Okay, let's see if this works now. Hey, alright. We are in business. Excuse me. Okay, let's jump into it. Let's find out if any of these new cars are cool, in fact. It would have been neat if they did what Rockstar does to Los Santos and kind of dusted the whole area with snow as it became closer to Christmas. I still can't believe it's December, to be honest. And the fact that Christmas is a little over 2 weeks away. That's just wild to me. I need to actually seriously start thinking about Christmas shopping. Otherwise, family members are going to get disappointed. Yeah. The year's flown by, I feel like. I came to the conclusion that, at least in my experience, time... I don't know, I feel like I've definitely noticed it more since COVID arrived, but I feel like time, for me, can be described as the minutes and the hours go past slowly, but the weeks and the months go past quickly. And I've really felt that in the last few months, which is just, they've just screamed by, and it's like, whoa, December. December is here now. Let's go. And then Christmas will, shoot past as well. Crazy, crazy. Let's deploy the speedo. Oh, we've got a holiday tree outfit. That's interesting. AMC Javelin. I was kind of hoping that red nose would be for the car. That would be fantastic to be able to put that on the front of the car. That's the boy. The Cupra. Yeah, how does one acquire you? Oh, that's right, and the limousine is back as well.
Welcome back, comrade.
Thank you for having me, Anna. Long time no see. Wasn't it in car pass? No. Car pay? Was it just in the auto show maybe? Yeah, there's Capra. Okay. Is it under catalog? Excuse me. Where is the limo? Well, that's not as important. Let's have a look at the Capra. 2 million credits, huh? That's a lot of cash money. The Duracell one is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty good looking car. Not a huge fan of the wing, it's a bit large for my taste. But otherwise it's a nice looking car. And it's electric, that's the other thing. So I know if Shadow turns up, he won't be a huge fan of it. But I don't mind it. You can do a lot with an electric car, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I've got 21 credits. 21 million credits, I should say, so I'm not going to cry too much over the loss of 2 million. Let's pick her up and see what she can do. Let's take her for a drive. Let's go find a race. Where are we going? Why do I need to set over to an event? I think I'm more than capable of kind of figuring it out on my own, but if you insist, we'll go over here.
Turn around.
Oh, I like the tail lights are very nice. That's good.
In 200 meters.
Have I really not bought a car worth more than $1 million? I didn't realize that. Okay. I guess I've only got the really pricey ones from wheel spins and what have you.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
She's quick, off the mark. We are getting a bit of chugging on the stream, huh? Why is that? Don't make me poke around. Probably afford to get rid of that. Has anything changed in here that I didn't want to be changed? Yeah, we can probably get rid of the SSAO. That's going to take a huge hit. Yeah, let's see how that treats the old stream.
You have arrived at your destination.
Of course, the most exciting news is the fact that my new computer should be turning up shortly. I don't know if it'll be this side of the of Christmas, but hopefully before the new year, we'll have a new computer with a more powerful CPU and graphics card. I'm gonna go on a limb here, Queen's Mackie, and say that that's probably not legit. Because I have changed things, I can't figure out how to ban you. Oh well. No one go to that website, it's probably not legit. It's not a new computer, but it's hopefully, free followers, right? Super excited for that. And it's at a price lower than the competition. Excellent. I've always thought the competition was far too expensive. It's not a new computer per se. It's newer than the one I'm using currently, but it's just that the graphics card in that one has never, the new one that's coming back, has never really worked. And friend of the channel 11 was able to determine what the problem was, and it was kind of to do with the actual construction of the graphics card and it not being up to spec. So it was a pre-built Alienware, and Dell was kind enough to take it back in despite the fact it was out of warranty. So they've had the technicians at the workshop have a look at it, and they're sending it back, so hopefully that means they fixed it. And I'm going to rehouse it again. 11 and I, because previously we thought it was just thermal loading, but we've rehoused it originally, and we put it back in the old housing to send it off to Dell, and now we'll rehouse it again, so it's got better airflow. Because it's an Alienware Aurora R11, and they have some pretty atrocious ventilation in those cases. Oh, what? This Capra took on a Formula 1 car? Because it's unlikely that my car in real life took on a Formula 1 car. Hyundai Accent isn't really going to hold its own against the Formula 1 car. Particularly when it's not even the sports model. Oh, that's the, oh, beans, I can't even think of what it is. The BAC Mono? Very cool car. Obviously somewhat lacking in practicality compared to this one. But then again, it's not really meant to be practical, is it? It's just meant to be a track weapon. And at least it looks like it'll be good at that. The old tactical war bump. It really is an atrociously large wing we've got here. Keep going to gear down in the corners when I'm braking, but obviously it's only got one gear. You can definitely... Excuse me. This one I had to buy. I think there's a new MG. I can't remember if you can... I think all of the new cars you have to buy, yes. There's the presidential limousine from earlier Forzas in there. The MG sports car that I referenced previously. Let's see if we can't get to the auto show. And by that I meant the outpost. That's the 3-seater from, yeah. I mean, that's classic. That is. I feel like that was top dog of the supercar world for forever, almost. So where's MG? Oh wait, we're in the auto show. No, it's in the right spot. Yeah, I mean, I had $21 million, and this cost, excuse me, 2 million. So I'm not going to lose too much sleep. I think they're all in here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they get unlocked later. I was reading about you the other day, Gordini. Where are the other new ones? Well, let's have a look at what the old festival is. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is unlocked later. Yeah, okay, so there we are. The Cadillac limousine is unlocked later. Maybe the MG sports thing as well? Maybe that's next season, I don't know. Okay. Well, in any event, let's start by having a look at the trial. Hey, we can get a whole mess of cars. A800 Super Saloons. Right, let's see what we've got to work with. Filter A800 Super Saloons. Yes, I believe it is. Excuse me. I have an excuse to take out the Q3 Lincoln Co again. Oh, that's right, the P7, I forgot about you. Polestar. Let's get in the Swedenmobile. Alright, this is what we're going to do the trial in. Let's do IKEA Land Proud. It looks good, in my opinion at least. It sounds good. It's practical. I mean, just look at all the boot space. That's a lot of flat pack you can put in there. Hey 11, welcome on in. I would also like more vintage cars, to be honest. Oh, howdy ho. Exetion, how are you? Okay, well there we go. Exetion's got the answer. I thought it was, but I've never actually done it myself. But I figured it would have been. Microsoft is generally pretty good about that kind of stuff when it comes to their first-party titles. How are we all doing this fine evening or morning or noon? Ignore the fence interaction there. Oh, the Game Awards or whatever it was. There are a few big announcements in there, but there wasn't really anything that made me particularly, you know, reach for my wallet kind of stuff. I mean, I've heard pretty mixed things about Overwatch. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we'll just... I guess we're trying that again then. I've heard pretty mixed things about Overwatch 2, but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd always be interesting to read, like, their justifications or what have you for their reasonings for the different decisions. I recently, I can't remember if it was the first or second week of my COVID experience, I installed 2142, the new Battlefield, and that really didn't do much for me, so I can see what you're saying about shooters being a bit more boring these days. I think I've come to realize that I'm a much bigger fan of multiplayer games where you're not, you know, captain operator or whatever. You're just a guy with a gun. You don't have to be... Not everyone has to be, you know, like Master Chief or whatever. It's nice just being Joe Soldier. But yeah, I don't think any shooter that's come out this year has particularly taken my fancy. I've been slightly interested in the new Modern Warfare, but I think I'd only really be playing that for the what? Oh my goodness, that... Yeah, we might have to play around with some settings there. That did not work out very well. But thank you very much for the follow, Zishan. X-Zishan, sorry. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm glad you like what you see. Okay, 9 seconds and we'll see if we can connect this time. I think part of the reason I'm not a huge fan of or I haven't like had a look at the Modern Warfare series yet, outside of Activision's many sins as a company, is I've really taken a dislike to their kind of stance that they took on the campaign of Modern Warfare 1, and I suppose by extension to an extent in Modern Warfare 2, where they were, you know, so proud and saying, oh, this isn't political. But it is. It is inherently political. It's a shooter. It's, you know, a game about warfare. It's hard to think of a more political game than that. Like, come on. That has kind of put me off a little bit, to be honest. But there are some other Call of Duties I'd like to have a look at. I'd like to play Infinite Warfare again. That was quite a good campaign. And I'm kind of interested in the campaign of Black Ops 3 as well. Seems a bit weirder, a bit more kind of Deus Ex-y than some of the other campaigns. Okay, let's try and do Sweden proud. A country I've never been to. Okay, we're the only Volvo on the field. No pressure. Oh, we've got Futurama's Fry here. That is a huge get for both this race and the stream itself. So that's very exciting. Yeah, it was pretty much for me as well, to be honest. I never really watched The Simpsons. As anyone in Australia will testify, it was on at the same time the news was on other channels, and that took priority. But towards the end of high school, I think it was, we were introduced, my brother and I, by a cousin, to Futurama. And that was a lovely gift that he gave us. I think it's better than The Simpsons. Just because it has a kind of progression to it. It's not just a stationary snapshot of time. I've never really gotten into Family Guy. I've watched the Star Wars spoofs and they were quite good. Oh, Zishan, it's a GTX 1070. So it's getting a little bit long in the tooth, particularly for what I'm asking it to do. But, you know, it does the job. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining too much about it. I'm asking it to do a lot, really. Yeah, well, I guess we just got to make the best of what we've got, though. Well, it's Futurama's Futurama Fry left, unfortunately. He abandoned us in our time of need. But that's alright, because I got on the podium, so... Well, he may not have left, actually, now that I think about it. He may have just frozen himself until the next race. But whatever the outcome, he is currently unavailable. That's one thing I've often thought about, whether I would want to go to space. Because as a kid, I was obsessed with space. That was my first job, dream job, was obviously fireman, because, you know, why not? And then after that, it was a NASA scientist. Not an astronaut, a scientist. So I've always had this fascination with space, but I'm never quite sure if I'd actually want to go to space or not. Yeah, there's definitely that element to it, which I think would be awesome. But I think just like the whole precariousness of it, like there's, you know, an inch or so of material between you and an environment that you are just not designed to exist in at all. Like people sailing on vast, you know, journeys on galleons back in the day. If they fell overboard, they could still survive if they had found land or whatever. But if something goes wrong with your ship in space, that's, you know, that's it. Maybe that's just my pessimism playing up. I did. I don't think I could have used it for this race, so I may have been wrong on that front. But, yeah, it was alright. It's definitely quick. It's got a lot of power behind it, and it's got a very quick off the line. I wouldn't say it's fast, just because, you know, electric cars have that tendency to top out at a lower speed than they do in on an ICE car. And I think it looks good, particularly from the front. But the spoiler's maybe a little bit too large for my taste at the back. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many things that could go wrong. And the results are catastrophic if they do. But you know, the counterpoint to that, I guess, is in the 50 years plus, oh, come on, buddy, of space flight and exploration, what have you, we've had so far, it's fairly rare that things go wrong in such a way that they endanger life. I'm saying that as much to reassure myself as anything. You do indeed. Yeah. Not so much rammers as they are wall riders. They're not intentionally trying to take me out, they're just trying to use me as an opportunity to not have to brake. Yeah. I mean, aside from the fact that it's when it comes down to it, it's not up to me whether I go to space or not. I just simply do not have the currency to do that currently, and given the prices and my money, I will not have that that currency to do it for a very long time, if at all. Do I stream daily? No. So I will normally stream Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday nights, assuming that it is night for you currently. That looks like a particularly spooky game, Mortuary Assistant. I've seen a few people play it, and it looks quite spooky. Okay, what else does the playlist have for us? No, I'm not gonna... I don't think it's gonna cause me to lose much sleep, but it does look spooky. Let's see what the event lab's got for us, huh? See what the old communities, what heat the community's bringing these days.
meters. Turn left.
If it was still October, I would definitely consider playing Mortuary Assistant. Does that exist? That multiplayer? What is my favorite A-class road race car? That is a good question. You know what? Let's consult the old library. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Oh, it's obviously the Wuling Sunshine S for sure. Sort by performance class. What is my favorite A-class road car? The TVR Sagaris is quite nice. The trouble is A-class is one of my favorite classes. So it's kind of like trying to choose one's favorite child. The 2000 GT I did quite like as well, actually. And the Porsche Cayman GTS and the SLK 55 AMG. Unfortunately, I don't think I've narrowed it down at all. Oh, and the TTRS is an absolute weapon, at least on the stats. Jump in this bad boy. What about you, Xetion? What's your favorite A-class? Yeah. I'm not a fan of anything above A-class, to be honest. How new is it? Because I don't think I've heard of it before. Then again, I do not really keep up with horror games, let alone the Outlast franchise. Okay, yeah, that's pretty excusable then if I haven't heard of it. So have you played it, Wolf? The name sounds familiar, 8-Bit Rhyme, but I don't think I ever have. The 94 MX5, okay.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
I think part of the reason I like this car is just because it's got those wild perpendicular exhaust pipes, which is just so TVR, to be honest. Sounds like the kind of game, Wolf, the Outlast Trials, that you'd need like a team to play. You know, it's like some good coordination and what have you. Let's hop in the SLK. No, but I mean, like, you'd have to go in with a team rather than find a team in the lobby or whatever. If that's a thing that you can do. Zishan, is it just using the stock engine on that MX-5, or is it like a LS swapped or whatever? You've done an engine swap to that bad boy. Oh, I see. It's one of those games, Wolf, where you've got that hub, or whatever you want to call it, the home base, and then you venture out with your team, like Back for Blood does that. I don't know that much. Okay. So we've got a proper racecourse situation going on here. Thank you for the offer, Wolf, but I think I'll be alright. Thank you, Sergeant. Oh dear. Turns out the SLK may not have been the best choice. Yes, I do. Previously, when I first played Forza in Horizon 2, I played on automatic. And then I kind of realized that my right hand wasn't really doing anything. So I figured I'll try out manual and see how that works out. And it wasn't too difficult, so kind of stuck with it. And I do like the fact that you have like a dedicated gas pedal and brake pedal. And it's not hold brake long enough and then you start reversing kind of thing. Though I know you can play manual with clutch, but that's not what I do. I just play, I guess, sequential manual. Well, this is a little bit underwhelming, this event lab. Oh, I did take it as a compliment, Wolf, that my gear changes have been so natural as to have been unnoticeable. Ow. Ignore that. Well, that was a racetrack. There's no denying that. Not sure if nighttime was the best time to showcase that, to be honest. I would have expected more, you know, lights doing things. I think that would have been just as well suited to a daytime setting. Check the old message center. Just after I bought it as well, I get gifted it. Always check the mailbox, chat, it turns out. Let's spin these wheel spins. Sender's gift. New players. Sender's gift. New players, welcome. Gamer tag. I meant play name. I am playing on Xbox. Game Pass. On PC, using the Xbox app. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I have you. Nice. The Doomhorn. The Dawn. Let's do something else. What to do? What about this? What is the S1 modern supercars? I think we can make that work. And it's just nearby. Let's see what excuse me. What S1 modern supercars we can use. I think I already know the one I'm going to go for. Celine could be fun though. But I think I'm going to go with the GT. No, I definitely noticed that when you drop down to B class, I feel there's a very substantial drop off between A and B. But additionally, I also feel once you go from S1 to S2, it's getting a little bit too fast for my delicate mind, my delicate psyche to deal with. But no, I like a quicker car, particularly because I try and rarely use fast travel, to be honest.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, the Sesto Elemento is an absolute weapon in this game. Okay, so we've got 3 races, so we can use 3 different cars. We can start with the GT, the ATS GT, and we'll go from there. I imagine that Sesto Elemento then is X-Class. I think cars in general in S1 are pretty nice. But I think this was a reward / unlockable in one season or month a while ago now, and I just fell in love with it when I unlocked it. I think it looks really nice. Not to, not to be overly boastful, but it is my color scheme, simple as it is. Do I have the Viper AE? Possibly? I've got a few Vipers in the old garage. My personal favourite is the newest road legal Viper that I've got in the garage. I can't remember what year that is, 2016 or whatever. Come on, Victor. Superman up here in the Ascari, another car that I was tempted to whip out. Oop, I think that's the Noble M600 I just passed, yep. Yeah, you've been corrupted, Wolf, by Need for Speed Most Wanted from 2005. Or the Hot Pursuit series, of course. I'm gonna take that set of corners again. Has anyone here played the new Need for Speed, by the way, Unbound? It looks alright. Like, graphically it looks fantastic. But I've heard the handling's a little bit eh. Sorry, sir. Yeah, I think I'll probably be the same, where I'll wait for it to turn up on the EA service. I mean, that's the only reason I played. Well, that was a huge whiff. Let's try that again. That was the only reason I played 2142 recently, because it came out on Game Pass. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. It's only data, I'm not buying the game. Even then, eh. Like, just list one off? Or do you want... Are you requesting presents, Wolf? Are you requesting knowledge or presents? Yeah, the Noble. Any of the Nobles, really. It's hard to go wrong with a Noble. I'm currently rocking the ATS GT, but the Ascari is also another pretty nice S1 car, or at least it can be. I can't remember what car it is natively. Oh wow, yeah, you are close. Not to be too much of a Horizon 2 stan, but the Lamborghini Huracan's also quite nice. I feel like I remember the Porsche 911 being quite nice in S1 class as well. but I can't recall. Let's think about what car we want to break out next. Only one S1 car. I'm thinking I want to break out the Ascari next. Oh, the Jaguar C-X75 is nice as well. Don't forget that one. The LFA, naturally, is also quite nice. Yeah. Oh, and the Celine S1. I quite like that car. Getting this whip.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Wolf, you really are out here living life a quarter mile at a time, huh? That must be one of the fastest stables on average in Forza Horizon history. You've got me interested now. I don't think I've actually got one... Yeah, you roleplay as a person who hates to be late to work, but also hates to wake up early as well. Okay, so I do have an X-Class car. Thank you, Sergeant. Yeah, I've only got two. And I think the Radical was done to try and get a top speed thing. I was just experimenting with different cars. And I think the Apollo, I just changed some tires and it was so close to being that I was just knocked over onto X.
You have arrived at your destination.
Let's try out the Celine this time. Just want to check if the old commands are running. Why do I have to log in? Okay, well, that explains why I couldn't ban that fellow before. For some reason I'm not logged into the Steam chat I'm monitoring. Awesome to the max. Let's try and do it on the phone then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is running. One command that I'm very proud of, that I put together, is the Forza PI command. Well, that's disappointing. Man, this is taking a while to load. Oof. I am simultaneously very interested and also terrified about that command. Okay, so we're a little bit slower than we were before. Oh boy. This is definitely a little bit harder in this car than it was in the ATS GT. The Celine S1 is not as much of a weapon as that car was on the track. How so, Wolf? You made it too complex, or? I mean, it's funny. There's no denying that. No, you gotta bring everyone down a notch. Hold on. If we can do this corner here properly, I reckon we might be in with a win. Hey, there we go. Some absolute gaming there. We got a gift to collect. Okay, it's not too far away. Let's hop in something with a bit more off-road capability. The Nomad will do nicely.
Turn left.
It took me a while to get the Forza PI command to work because I was just thinking about doing it the wrong way.
You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, it's just up to the left. Okay. Oh. Damn, Rip. You're down here with me and... Oh no, you're faster than me. You're a D, not an E class.
Bien. Be there soon.
I didn't. I set the max to X.
Generous. Well, just the spirit of Horizon, isn't it? Shall we send a thank you?
Okay. Where was the next race in that tournament I was in? A tournament. There it is over there. Okay, let's jump in the... I want to finish off in the Ascari.
Turn sharp left.
I think you can send any car to anyone.
Turn sharp left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
I'll confess I've never done it, but as far as I know you can send any car to anyone. I think it goes with the upgrades if you've given it upgrades as well.
400 meters, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
Here, this will help you get to your office quickly.
400 meters,
Enjoy this X999 car.
turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Yep, let's hop in the Ascari. I've got race slicks on that. Nice. No wonder it's slightly better in the corners and the, at least in numbers, than the ATS GT. You're gonna be that guy in this in the server. Is it a skull shaker, bone shaker? A lot of all-wheel drive cars on this. Brother. Let me pass, brother. Sorry. Just do your best not to get banned, Wolf. That's the primary objective. Oh, we're reeling them in ever so slightly. Bollocks. Okay, we overclocked it. Ugh. Right into the tree. No amount of crumple zone is going to help you in that situation, I don't think. The one saving grace is I'm sitting on the other side of the car. Oh, sweet jump. So this drag car of yours, Wolf, is that just because you've done some really super legit tuning on it or something? Just wondering how it goes so hard in S1 class. Oh, the Ascari 1 and 3, nice. Okay. Horizon Festival. Okay, we need one more point. So the Toys Under the Tree Championship.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn right.
Yeah, S2 I imagine would be significantly quicker.
Turn right.
And then X-Class would be a whole nother story again.
400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Really? Is that because there aren't X-Class drag events, or...? Wow. I mean, that's faster than you can intelligibly say 0 to 100. That's crazy quick.
Arrived at your destination.
Imagine telling, like, Mr. Benz or Mr. Ford back in the day. There's a car that exists that can go from 0 to 100 in 1.7 seconds. they just wouldn't be able to comprehend that. That's just so fast, 1.7 seconds. I feel like it was only relatively recently where 3 seconds was kind of this uncrackable barrier. Yeah, probably. I mean, well, cars can at least, I know that. Like, the Bone Shaker got banned because it was a bit too OP. Guys, why you gotta space them so far apart? It's just uncalled for. I'll be honest, none of these cars are particularly jumping out at me. Let's try the Duracell again. Yeah, but is it? Yeah, that's a drag car though, right? Because I've only had limited experience with the Jesco, but it was not fun to drive. It very much felt like that car wanted me dead. Yeah, some of the Hot Wheels cars are definitely OP. I unlocked the Jesco relatively recently, and damn, that's fast. I found that the Jesco was just such a handful when it came to taking corners and just changing direction. It's a fine enough car, this one, but yeah, that's what I was wondering. Using that Jesco to just do anything involving a curved direction would just not be doable. just not quite quick enough when it gets to like above 150. This is probably why the Porsche has a second gear in it. Once it gets above what's listed at like 12 to 13,000 RPM, it's just collapses in terms of torque. Still, second place isn't too bad. No, that's probably wise, Wolf. That's probably wise. It would be an absolute disaster, I imagine. Okay, despite previously saying that I don't really use fast travel, we will be using fast travel. Because your boy cannot be bothered to drive this far between events. Where was the other one? Up here. What other track toy can we break out? We load up. There we go. Try the super light, that could be nice. Let's check out the Donkervert. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for the Donkervert. It just looks fast. And it also looks a little bit more substantial than the Caterham. It isn't hard, obviously, but still. Oh, and it also sounds nicer because I'm pretty sure it's got a V8 in it. So naturally, these are all positives. Unfortunately, I don't think you can attach a warning to the gifts you send people. You can't tell them, hey, you will die if you drive this on a normal track. This is for drag racing only. That's a nice looking, well, interesting looking car. Yeah, that's... Well, it's not inaccurate given it's 1.7 seconds to 100. Okay, that auditorially is a vast improvement over what we had previously. Thank you, Porsche, for making more room for me. Well, like you said, good luck to that player who gets it. Alright, so she's a slidey girl. I guess shouldn't be too surprising given what we're working with. Yeah, probably. But isn't that what Horizon's all about? Isn't that the spirit of Horizon, or whatever they say, causing mass murder? Unintentionally causing, well, I don't know if you can claim unintentionally, but causing a mass vehicular manslaughter. Because that car's going to be a crowd-seeking missile. Okay, come on, second place. Around the corner, around the corner. Damn it! Gonna have to do something special for the last race. Thank you, Sergeant. We've come second in the first two. What the hell have you given me? Is this one of those assisted suicide devices I keep hearing about? You'll get?
100 meters. Turn left. 400 meters. Turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. In 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
I'm gonna see if I can't fix this car up a little bit. Specifically on the handling front. Well, that's part of the problem. Excuse me, Wolf. Do you have anything to do with the transfer of ownership of this vehicle? Okay, interesting. Keep it that way then. Could get a rear spoiler, but I think that's going to look pretty average. And I was right. No, I don't think I want a racing V8. Come on. Yeah, it sounds a lot different. I'm gonna try and stick with the basic one. Because it'll sound nicer in my opinion. Stick with the standard exhaust as well for the same reason. You don't have to drive it, officer, but you will be able to sell it for a pretty penny. Or you could always go down to the drag strip and smoke some fools for some pinks. Wowzers, that's a lot of Newton meters of torque. Yeah, obviously you might want to take that to the drag strip in a trailer. Yeah, let's try that out. I think we've made it significantly better. We've got a power to weight ratio of basically 1,000 kilowatts per ton. Which is nice. And when you're a track toy, I feel that's probably a good measure. Power to weight. Let's drive over so we get a little bit familiar with how she feels now.
It is safe to do so. 200 meters. Turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 400 meters.
Officer, under no circumstances should you press the accelerator.
Turn right.
Okay, you love to see the fact that you're getting traction control, picking up wheel spin in 5th gear.
Turn left.
Still getting... this is maybe apparently a bit too much power. I'm getting wheel spin in 6th gear. Send it that way a little bit. Let's make this lock a bit quicker too. Officer, you must understand, this car is a beast.
Turn right.
She has a mind of her own.
Turn right.
My inputs are merely suggestions. The car's own desires are what truly drive it.
Turn left. In 200 meters. Turn
Okay,
left.
so I think we're definitely going to be putting a spoiler on this thing. To see if we can't try and tame this wheel spin that's constantly going on, even in 6th gear. I have a condition, you see, it's called lettuce footers.
Recalculating route. 400 meters. Turn left.
Okay, quick pit stop at my crib. Let's get some aero on this bad boy. Try and tame it somewhat. Okay. Well, we can nerf the turbocharger a little bit. Or even just like this. Cylinders? Just hoping there's one where I can just do it and not have to do multiples. It doesn't look like there is. Bullshit. Yeah, let's do that one. But we're still plenty fast. Okay, now we lose the traction control warning in 5th gear, a full gear earlier than before. Can and do I want to tune that somewhat to change that? What if we set you to 80? Let's do that. You change color.
You have arrived at your destination.
That was weird. Alright, let's see if we can't get a W. Well, only if you keep admitting to your crimes in Twitch chat. Hey, I'm not going down with you. If the cops come to arrest me, I'm gonna... I'll throw you right in front of them. I didn't sign up to be no patsy. Okay, so we're doing better than we did before. A lot better. Thank you, Sergeant. I'm talking to the police officer, Wolfex. And I'm also just ensuring that in the possible robot uprising that my own bot won't come to kill me. Because that'd just be embarrassing. Come and grab your Yesko. Okay, I'm interested how I placed overall in this championship. I didn't win the first two races. Feel like the W, baby. We do be out here gaming. Okay, we got the javelin. Send gifts to friends and other players via the Forza Horizon shop or gift drop. When enough player gifts are sent globally, rewards will be distributed. Alrighty then. let us have a look at online before WolfX breaks it by sending yes goes to everyone. Go away. My go to bed alarm was going off. Not just yet. Not that I pay attention too often anyway. I don't really know why I entered the garage. What I was going to say is, let's have a look at online for a little bit, shall we? That handsome devil there on the left. Yeah, server 24/7 yes goes only. Why you gotta be like that, internet? That's promising. Do that. What's the race? A-class road racing. Let's go! Question is, which car do I want to go in? We talked about the Porsche, but we didn't drive it before. Let's have a whip in the Porsche. A kind of pale duck egg yellow almost. Oh wow, we're right into the racing, okay. We arrived just in time. Oh, we've got the AMC Javelin already being deployed. No Yescos though, unfortunately. This M3 seems to be having a little bit of trouble staying on the course. He says as he drifts wildly all over the track himself. Someone's already dropped out. But this fox is on the podium. I have a feeling the M3 is out for blood. Thank you, stay healthy, but I won't be... I'm not sure I'll be alive for too much longer, but I appreciate your concern. That was close. I know, right? It feels pretty quick. It's all that time dilation from traveling so quickly in your Yesko everywhere. Wolf, that's the problem. Alright, you go wash. Alex. Pretty beat up whip. The RX-7 disappeared. Wonder if that was voluntary or not. I'm on TV crushing it with W's for each race, it looked like. Alright, let's see what Horizon Online brings us next. More A-Class racing. Yeah, sure. Do we want to stick with the Porsche? I think yes. We didn't really give it a fair shake. So while that loads up, I will take Stay Healthy Bot's advice and refill my water. Give me 1 minute. Alright, I'm back. Don't worry. I survived. Okay, let's see what everyone else is rocking. Okay, there's a M3 friend from before. The Expo, DTO, and the 8110 are new. The RX-7 might be our friend that we lost before. I suppose there's only so many A-Class race championships going on in the kind of Asia-Pacific region. That's disappointing. We are now in the last place. That looks like there's a bit of biff going on in between 4, 5, and 6. Shiganol driving even double I into the wall. I feel like these guys are definitely playing for sheep stations out here. Whoa! Birdie. This RX-7 player is absolutely out for blood. Gonna be an interesting corner with this guy riding on my ass. I think I may have just made an enemy. Thank you, Sergeant. But hopefully I've put enough space between me and my enemy. But he can't do anything about it. No, they left instead. Dunskies. And a podium finish too. You'd love to see it. Quite a diverse podium. The X-Bow or Crossbow in first, then the GTO in second, and a Porsche in third. Takes all kinds, huh? Ah, cool, we've got a bone shaker now. And we've got our RX-7 guy back again. So I think we know who's going to win the race. Oh, we've got two bone shakers. Radical. Oh, not again, not another wall. Alright, down in the last place once more. Let us see what we can do. Once more, that mob, now in 7, 6 and 5 are out for blood. Doriton is not at all kind of shy when it comes to throwing around his tonnage. He will gladly take you out of the race. Bone Shakers are currently in like 4th and 3rd. Which is kind of crazy to me. I mean, they're still pretty overpowered. They're still pretty OP. There's no denying that. But it does seem that they are slightly less than they were back in Horizon 4 and 3, I think, too. But actually, to be more clear, 3, I think, as well. Take the Alpine? No, because they're a dickhead. Cool. Oh, we got the M3 somehow. I think we also got the second fastest lap, which is nice. Obviously, they one of the Bone Shakers finished on the podium. Yeah, that was me. One of them popped into chat, so I had to turn state's witness. You'd have a good shower there? They all did, one after the other. That's why there's 5 cop cars that turned up. They all died. And then another cop car would turn up, and then they'd lose control of it. And another car. Okay, so we've still got both Bone Shakers. And now I've got an MR2 from Toyota turning up. Oh, and an S2000, that's another new contestant. We've still got our aggressive RX-7 and A110 players, though. The guys around me, I swear, are out for blood. Well, they were behind the wheel at the time of their death, so... it's really their negligent driving. Alex. Gotta apologize, otherwise you'll make another enemy for life. But if it was on your property, though, to an extent that doesn't matter. Okay, we're gaining on this S2000. Let's hope they don't try and murder us. Bollocks, that's the wall again. Bad day for walls. Okay, yeah, this was not my race as it turned out. And this time I can't blame anyone but myself. Yeah, why not? Get the 0 to 100 speed down to 0.7 of a second. Oh, middle of the pack, that'll do. Not that I've got much choice in the matter. What a surprise. Bone shaker on the podium. I never would have thought. You should honestly, Wolf, put a jet engine on the front so it's easier to stop. Yeah, I'll do it again. Let's try another A-class car. I'm gonna take out the Cigaris. It would improve the downforce, if nothing else. Diverse array of cars. Let's go. Getting used to this whip. The Lycan Co on my 6. That's everyone dying all at once. I think the person behind me tried to kill me then. Well, Wolf, if you've got sleeping problems and I'm able to put you to sleep, I'm happy to help. There's nothing worse than not being able to get to sleep. Just lying there, like, conscious that you can't really do anything else if you do want to get to sleep. It's the cursed engineering that you've put into it, Wolf. It's like the Ware car in Futurama. It's just evil. Alright. Whoa, that Nissan really just shooting forward. Yeah, I know what you mean. When was it? 2 nights ago, I was just awake and worrying, which was fun. Thank you, Sergeant. When I had COVID, there was a while where it's just like, yes, absolutely. And then you kind of just, you're trying to convince yourself not to think about the fact that you're not going to sleep so you can kind of go to sleep because you feel that thinking about going to sleep is almost jinxing yourself. When I got the COVID diagnosis, I think the day after, I just couldn't get to bed, couldn't get to sleep, for whatever reason. And I was like, well, I've tested positive. I'm not going to work tomorrow. So I just opened up Netflix and just watched a film. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of, well, I mean, there's no other stimulus, is there? So your mind can really easily just run around in circles. That'll be useful for the autobiography. Actually, for real though, that sounds like a great start to a novel. I remember the exact night my sleeping problems started. I can see that as a great start to a crime novel or film. Not to make light of your situation, Wolf. Damn, that Eagle speeds a shot past. Damn, man, that sucks. Yeah, I know what you mean. I often have ideas that I think could be pretty neat novels or whatever, but I just don't have the A, wherewithal, and B, talent to write it out. I'm sure you have, Wolf, but have you thought of seeing someone about these panic attacks you're having? I mean, you still could. Oh well. Well, as long as you can work through them. And not a great performance there. Eighth place is what we call in the biz, not ideal. Okay, but the winner does look pretty baller in that outfit. That would be very useful. That is one thing that I dislike about having moved out of my parents' place, is the fact that we always had a cat when I grew up. And they still have a cat now. And I do miss having a four-legged friend to come home to. It's weird, you know, because, like, it's not like you could talk to them or whatever, but it's just nice having them around. Just having another presence, even if it's not one you can communicate with in any meaningful manner. Yeah. The cat we had before the one we have currently, for whatever reason, really liked my bedroom. I say for whatever reason, but one of the reasons I know she liked my bedroom was because my fly screen was busted at the bottom, and it was one of those windows, the sliding windows, vertical sliding ones. And that meant that she could just walk in and out through the bottom of that window to the outside world. So she and I would, when I would go to university, or just get up for the day, I would get out of bed, and she would then get on the bed and sleep. And then when she was done at night, I would get in bed and sleep. So we had a constant 24/7 occupation of my bedroom there for a while. Which was great, except for the time she brought, like, I think it was a frog in one night, like, before a major exam, and left it in my bedroom, which was not super cool. Don't expect Sergeant Jao to be pumping out any content at all. Hello, Kesa. How are you this fine evening? Or morning? Or noon? Wherever you may be. Please don't try and murder me. See, I'll do a much better job of murdering myself. I'm doing alright, thank you. I'm doing alright, Kesa. It's Friday night. The weekend has properly arrived. Work has closed. Yeah, it's doing well. Now, our cats, and the cat that my parents still owns, has a... I don't know if it's... I don't know what it is. I think it might be because they're kind of psychopaths. has a tendency to bring in live lizards. And not to, like, eat later, or at least not obviously, but, like, to basically play with, which is just another way of saying torture, effectively. Not that they're, like, tearing them apart or anything, but, you know, it's not great being effectively hunted for the rest of your life. Because 9 times out of 10, my parents can't find them, so they can't get them out. So they're trapped in, like, my stepfather's office, and they just starve to death, kind of thing, you know? But yes, back to your question, Queso. Looking forward to the weekend. Gonna finally clean up my apartment after the COVID situation I had, and have a look at the secondhand book fair near me, and see if I can find something that looks interesting. The Equals Speedster lady did very well. Okay. Looking forward to reading your work, Wolf. Well, I guess there's one way to find out for sure. Either that, I'll just wait for the movie adaptation. Why is it always A-class? I mean, yeah, I'll have another look, but damn. We got a Ferrari. We haven't done the TT yet, have we? Let's do the TTRS. Excellent. Well, there was a thing recently. I can't remember who did it. It was a Kiwi, where it was a film that was spoken entirely in gibberish. So no one could understand what was happening in any of the scenes. And the way that it was a comedy film is they had 12 different comedians come through and then write subtitles for it. So you've got 12 different comedy films from this one film just through the subtitles. It's very clever. I think it was on Stan or something, but I can't remember what it was called. Okay, we're down on numbers. All of that to say, I don't think that needs to stop you if it's in gibberish. Just made it. I know one of the guys from Flight of the Conchords is in it. So that's it. Just in games. K24 fur. K24, the only car that I have is a Hyundai Accent. So, hardly a car enthusiast car. How are you, by the way, K24? I like cars and, you know, I have an interest in them, but I don't think I've got the wherewithal to kind of actually be a car person. Is it the sequel to the film production house A24? Yeah, online. Yeah. Oh man, that was a rubbish corner. What the heck happened there? Okay, well, I'm in Sydney, so I wouldn't have been able to help in the first place. But there'll be some, surely. Oh, I almost hit the wall because I was reading chat. Instead I hit that wall. Come on. Bollocks. Hondas are very nice cars. I do like the look of the new Civic. Not currently, at least. I don't think. Yeah, that's... Normally outside of video games, I don't particularly care for body kits. Like, it's just a bit too much hassle, and not that I've ever done it myself, but it just sounds like it's just a bit too much hassle. But that last generation Civic is probably the only car where I'd really make a point of trying to get a body kit on that bad boy, to try and just reduce some of the frills it had on it and stuff. Oh wow, the population has exploded. Got a new M4, we got a Bone Shaker again. 2 Bone Shakers, they're back, baby. MC Javelin. Particularly the last generation Civic Type R, that was really just a bit too busy for my taste. No, I did think the 3 exhaust pipes was pretty cool. It's not something you see every day, 3 exhaust pipes, so I did like that. Whoa, everyone, let's all calm down. How is Paramount Plus? Thank you, Kaiser. I'll keep that in mind. But I think I'm going to be winding it up pretty soon. Just because, yeah, it feels like it's been a long week. Oh, for flip's sake, I'm not doing corners very well tonight, which is unfortunate because these races have corners in them. A fine choice, Wolf, a fine choice. Any Mel Brooks film is a good film. It is Mel Brooks, right? Yeah, well, not super late, but it is going on 11 o'clock. It's 10:42 currently. PM, I should say. Sounds like quite the operation performing then, K24. Where are you located, Kaiser? Europe? The States? That's alright. I was just wondering where you were located, because it's obviously not as late as it is here. I was wondering if you were located in the States or in Europe. Of course. There are other parts of the world. I just go for those areas because they're normally the kind of English-speaking places. Okay, cool. South America. There's a few South American streamers that I watch. Damn, a new axle? Damn. That sounds like a hell of an operation. Yes, yeah. That sounds like a hell of a storm, Wolf. Yeah, A-class. For whatever reason, the servers have been just putting me in A-class races tonight. I don't know why. Yeah, I definitely like A-class S1. Those are my preferred kind of genres. S2 is far too quick. Okay, that's a pretty big thunderstorm. We haven't had a good thunderstorm where I am for a while now that I think about it. Very convincing, Wolf, very convincing. I for one believed every word you just said. That's another thing I miss about moving out of my parents' house. They had a corrugated metal roof, and there was just something so soporific and relaxing about the rain on the roof. Oh, it was the best. I don't think I've really touched the 300ZX, to be honest. That was a very worthwhile overtake there by the M2. I think I've only really played with the 350Z. I've heard that. I've heard the whatever engine they have is particularly not fun to work on. I've just got a lot of nostalgia for the 350Z because of like Need for Speed Underground 2 and what have you.
Feels so good.
See what the Xbox Live overlords deign to give me in terms of race selection.
Who likes good news? Everyone? Then good news, everyone.
Thank you very much, K24, for... I'm glad you liked what you saw. Welcome on in. If you type in just exclamation Forza PI, Sergeant Zhao will assign you a PI number and class. Well done, that's the best one of the night so far. I told you it wasn't up to D class. I mean, don't forget, I got E class, which isn't even a class in the game. Alright, K24, you have a good evening if I don't see you again tonight. And thank you again for the follow. What am I doing? I need to get in a whip. Come on. 350. Let's get the Fair Lady Z. No, that was K24 that dipped. K-Sir got the best class. So we don't know what K24 could have been. They could have been E-class like myself, or they could have been X. Thank you, Sergeant. let's do some underground racing right now. Thanks, Queso. I might add you later on. A lot of casualties on that first corner, it seems. Alright, Wolf. Well, thanks for hanging out for as long as you did. Hope you get a good sleep tonight, man. Okay, we're moving up in the world. See you around, Wolf. That is a very satisfying gear change noise this car makes. Okay, I think we're pretty comfortably in 5th place. Alrighty, first race Dunskies. That is a nice color scheme on that Ferrari. Oopsie daisy. Clicked on OBS. Is that because it's all-wheel drive that it understeers, do you reckon, or...? I've never... Oh, of course the bone shakers are in 1st and 2nd. That makes perfect sense. I've never really played around too much with the tuning menu, or at least not as much as I should have. I should watch a YouTube video or something on how to go about doing it. I think this might be my last championship before we call it a night on the stream. I don't know about drivable, but I've got an S2, I think it's like 940, Audi A1, because somehow Forza Horizon decided that I could shove a V10 engine into the front of it. To which I said, yeah, sure, let's give it a shot. It is by no means in any way competitive or enjoyable to drive. It is an absolute meme. But I mainly have it and use it to do kind of Horizon arcade events if I ever get around to being bothered to do them. Like, it's good for the jumps and stuff, and can slide quite nicely as well. It's all go behind me, huh? Come on. I can probably reel in this M2 if we can just get it. There we go. I think I beat him across the line, and I just jumped in front because of I entered the slow-mo before he did. Ah, come on. By 0.008 of a second. Look at that. Damn. Damn, that was close. That Ferrari looks sick. That is a very cool paint job that guy has. And here I am, my bog standard 350Z. But not a decal in sight, let alone a vinyl wrap. We gotta beat Dusty Chin, the M1 driver. That is our nemesis, chat. What are you doing, buddy? What are you guys doing? Alright, well there we go, we're in front of Dusty Chin. There we go, well. And now we're not. And now we are. And now we're not. Okay, so I am seeing a theme developing here for this race. Whoa, buddy. Such aggression. Dusty is hot on my tail. The 350Z seems to have the power to hold her at bay. Just. Don't overcook it there. Gotta hold on for like a second longer, guys. Alright. We beat Dusty. Oh no, Ferrari 360 dropped out. Unsurprising, it's a Bone Shaker 1-2. How original. Excellent. Then you give me the thumbs up, buddy. You're driving a Bone Shaker. You know that's not exactly looked upon nicely. Okay, while we wait for that to load, let's have a look and see who we could raid if we wanted to. Okay, so there's a few people we can raid. Excellent. Yes, I do want to quit. Thank you for having me Horizon Open, but I've had enough. Okay. Exit desktop. Okay, let's turn off the speeder. We have no need for you anymore. Alright, well thank you all very much for coming for the first the first stream of mine, now that I'm feeling better. We are going to have a look at Kusaki Desu. He is another Australian streamer. He is currently playing through Need for Speed Unbound. Hopefully he's doing well. We'll find out, shall we? I will be streaming again tomorrow night. I will be streaming Streamer Simulator because I feel like I need to learn a bit about streaming, and I feel a game called Streamer Simulator would be the game to learn from. So we're going to have a look at that tomorrow night. And yeah, in the meantime, I hope you have a good rest of your Friday or start to your Saturday. And I will speak to you in a little under 24 hours time. I'll see you then. Let's go say hi to Kusaki.